Hello and welcome to VChess. My name is Naiditsch, I'm a chess grandmaster and we continue with our educational streams. Let's go with the next 10-minute game. I will be commenting on openings, on middle games, on end games. We have it all here on VChess, so join us. Let's see who will be our first opponent for today evening. It is evening time now in Dubai, Emirates. Let's go with the move knight on f3. Let's start our game with the move knight on f3. We have knight on c6. Okay, let's go e4. So we are back into the e4 lines, 4 knights. And today, first to say hello in the chat, it is Cheers. Welcome, Cheers. Heidi is second. Heidi's writing first, but actually it's Heidi is second. And number 3 is Smith. It's number 3. Good evening everyone. Bean is only number 4. Bean, what happened? Usually Bean is so fast. Today, only number 4. So we have this kind of slightly better play here for white. It is very little bit better, so not so much. We have different ways of playing positions. Maybe let's try with the move knight c6 because it is not very common. So we play a rare line. He goes with the move bishop c6. Normally we would see bc, but bishop takes is fine as well. These positions are usually slightly better for white, so we're gonna have a slow game where white is just doing a little bit better. Bishop f4 is normal. Let's see how the game is going to develop. I see also Grand Miner here with us. Welcome Grand Miner is always a very good VChess member. All right, let's go. Bishop f4, something normal. Let's see how the game is going to develop. Usually in this position Swish plays the move e5, so I'm doing the move e5. This is the main idea of positions, that we have this slightly better pawn structure, so we're aiming for this kind of little bit better position with white without having any kind of risk. In most of the cases, it would be normal here for black to avoid this bishop f4 and e5. This is why this happens not that often. As you can see, knight is now on e8, so it gives to white definitely some advantage. It's not a very big advantage, but it's a nice advantage. So queen on f3, very typical. The pawn on c6 is under attack, so our opponent will be deciding now to push d5 or to go with d takes e5. In both cases we are doing a little bit better, so very pleasant position to play. In case of d5, usually the idea for black is to push the move f6, so we have to be a little bit cautious with the move f6. But even after f6, usually white is doing slightly better, so it's a position without a risk. Risk-free, which is not bad. Okay, let me know in the chat, how has been your day so far? For me, it was a calm day here in the UAE. Well, many small things that needs to be done, but just a normal day. d5 been played. My idea was to play the move queen on g3, but now I'm thinking maybe even better to go knight on e2, so we get the knight on d4 in case we can. Let's see, of course, if we can. Queen goes to d7. This is also something very normal. I think f6 should be played, but we go first. Rook on d1, very useful play because we have the move c4 as well. We support the knight on d4 somewhere. The knight on e8 is not doing much, to call it softly, so we should be doing better here with the white pieces. Slight advantage, queen on g3. This is very typical against the f6 play because we go with the move bishop takes e5, and still we have this slightly better play, so a little bit better for white. Not much, of course, but slightly better. Next, we should push the knight here, or maybe we can aim to eat the pawn on c7, but then there is this knight on e4, so I don't like it so much. The knight e4 idea, that's why maybe first to play knight on f4 is making sense, to get the knight on d3 somewhere. This would be pretty normal play, I would say. So I don't know if we should play it, but I think it's alright. Let's go with the move knight on f4. Doesn't look like a bad play, so Let's play the move a knight on f4. For the moment, our opponent is playing very good game. And let's see, of course, how the game will be continued. Also, Creative here in the chat. Welcome, Creative. So, in case you're enjoying my comments and our content here on VChess, please push the like button and consider subscribing. But to push a like button is almost a must. Don't be shy with the like button. We have the move Rook here on e8. This is making sense, so I think I'm gonna play the move Rook e1. We're just getting the pieces to the center. Slight advantage for white because we have here the better structure, but it is not much. So bishop on b4. Wow, what is that? Very surprising. He's provoking me to play the move c3, but this is like such a deep play. Like, wow. This is too difficult. I mean, I don't know why even c3 is a bad play, but something is not right with our guy, because why to play a move like that? Okay, I go c3, but why to play bishop on b4 and after to play bishop on d6? So not immediately bishop d6, but first to go bishop b4, but this is insane. We will be taking now on d6, I think, so we continue playing the slightly better position. What? No, but this is too much, no? What is that? In case we take, what is happening? I mean, the guy is... No, but this is insane. If I take, there is DE. I mean, this is just crazy. It's like zero chance to see tactics like this. It's like absolutely zero chance. Look at this kind of play. This is a joke. So, this is just a joke to play the move bishop b4, bishop on d6, followed by the move knight on e4. Again, we're playing against a guy. No, but this is unbelievable because, okay, he should be instantly banned for such a play, but this is just unreal. Have you ever seen something like this? Bishop b4, bishop d6, and knight on e4, because the idea rook takes, he has de. And in case I take on f8, he's gonna take there, and then the bishop is falling. No, but this is a joke. This is a joke, of course. So we cannot take the game very serious any longer, because obviously we don't have a chance in this game. Still, let's play the game. So what can we do here to try to save the game? Because I think the endgame is like the only chance against such a strong player. So it's gonna be very, very difficult to save the game. I think it is almost impossible, but let's see, let's see. So I think we should go queen on h3. Maybe he's gonna go for the endgame, but now we know that we have zero chance to save the game. This is unreal. Have you ever seen something like this? Bishop b4, bishop on d6. This is just unreal. So this is so obvious. This is just unbelievable. I mean, to play something like that, this is a joke. Okay, let's continue playing. In this game we have no chance. We know it, but still, let's play. Let's fight a little bit, and probably we will be losing the game, but that's the way it is. Creative, thank you very much. In case you find the tactics useful, I'm happy to hear that. I don't think they're amazing, but I think these are the basics. So my dream is one day to have thousands of useful videos on the YouTube channel. So slowly, I'm updating, slowly. We will have a lot of good videos on our channel. So this is my dream one day, to have a lot of cool material there. Next, how can we try to save the game? I think we have to get rid of this knight, even though I understand maybe I'm not playing the best, but my only chance is the endgame. If we keep the queens on the board, I will be losing every single game here, because obviously we are playing against somebody with approximately a strength of 3000, maybe a little more. It depends. We don't know exactly what is his strength. Here I have to bring the queen back into the game. I don't have choice. Again, I understand my chances to survive are very, very small. So how can we fight for survival? There is a c4 coming, quite unpleasant. On the other hand, I have the knight on e5. In case I go queen on f2, we have knight on e4, yeah. It's gonna be very, very difficult to survive in this game. I think my only chance is to change as many pieces as I can, but even this probably will be not enough. So now he's taking his time before playing rook takes e8. This is a joke. What? Have you ever seen a guy like that? What can I say to this player? I don't know. If we survive here, we should be very, very happy, but it's gonna be difficult to survive. And this is the issue. How to survive against such a guy. How can we survive here? The problem is position is pretty equal, but we are playing against a guy who is clearly not playing by himself. So this is like 100%, not even 99. So there is almost no chance for us. Not because of the position, but because of the play. So let's go knight on f4. Positionally, we should be doing slightly better still with the white pieces, but the guy is just too strong, so this is the issue. It's not about position. So I think I should take the queen. Usually I would never take the queen because it is not a play for a win, but we are, of course, trying to get an endgame. And we have only one chance. It is to get the guy into deep time trouble, which is gonna be very, very difficult because it's still so far from... here's the time trouble. He's provoking me to play the move a3. This is making sense, but yeah, now he gets the knight here on c5. No, but we are playing against a guy with a strengths. I don't know what is his strengths. He is a superstar. How to survive here? Very difficult. I'm thinking, how can I get some position where I might fight for fortress or something similar, because it is my only hope. I don't have a hope by playing something normal, so... our only hope for survival is basically that the guy is gonna go low on time. We don't have something else. Now I have to push h4. And let's push the move g5. We will be fighting here. Yeah, but his play is just perfect, so usually we cannot survive against somebody who is playing a perfect game, so our chances are very, very small. Very, very small. Let's go here, but it's getting bad, so I need to play this one. Can we survive against an engine? No, we cannot, because engine just pushes, so we don't have chances yet. We cannot do much here to survive in this game. What to do? What can we do? So difficult. So difficult. I don't know why people are doing this kind of things. This is so amazing to me, because what is the sense of that? What is the sense of this kind of play? So, as you can see, we're basically playing an engine. We survived already a couple of moves against an engine, which is not bad, but of course, we don't have a chance against an engine. We don't have chances, no. To survive in this game is just not possible. He's literally playing a perfect game. Okay, I don't know if it's possible that... Yeah, now it's just a checkmate. So we will be resigning because we don't have a choice. I didn't see this move, but just interesting. Why is he playing always a first line? Yeah, this is amazing. This is just an amazing guy. We can do nothing. This is just an engine, so... We knew immediately that this is an engine, but we could do nothing. So I just resigned. To play engine, it makes no sense. It's so visible that, yeah, it just... if you look at this play, take a look, just for you to watch it. Bishop b4, followed by bishop d6, followed by knight e4. This is funny. This is just funny. I mean... Immediately also played, yeah, like 2 seconds, bam, 94. Okay, so we're playing engine once again. We can do nothing against it. We are losing, obviously, without any kind of chance, so yeah. So, what to do? Let's go with the next game. Again, we played already many games against engines here on chess.com, and yeah, there is just nothing that we can do. Once we face an engine, we are losing, obviously. So yeah, let's proceed with the move knight on f3. g3. And bishop on g2. So we play this kind of normal setup. Bishop on f5, also a normal setup. So everything is as usual. Knight on c3. And queen on b3. This is a normal way to play. Queen on b6, also very normal way to play. Now we have a couple of options to proceed here with the white pieces. Which option should I choose here? We have few ways of playing these positions. Let's think. Which option should we take? I think the option of c5. Let's go with the move c5. And take. Let's see. So, knight on a6. Again, guys, doesn't matter because we're here to learn a little bit of chess. We're here to enjoy the beautiful game of chess. If somebody wants to cheat, there is nothing we can do about it, literally zero. So also chess.com is usually not banning the cheaters because they are having business, so they don't care. And also, we absolutely don't care. So yeah, we are here to play some beautiful games, to enjoy. Again, anybody can cheat against us, anybody can use an engine, and anybody can win games against us. And we lost already many games, for example, to 2,000 players. So this is basically, in comparison, a beginner. Yeah, this is a guy that is just a beginner, and they are crushing us absolutely without any kind of chances. So this is very normal. If somebody wants to beat us, we don't have a chance. What to do? Let's proceed with a rook a4 and rook on b4. Let's focus on the current game. We don't care what happened prior to the game because it doesn't matter. We're here again to enjoy the beautiful game of chess, to have some fun, to play some good games. The rest doesn't matter. Now knight might get to b5, but I don't know if it is so good to get a knight on b5. Maybe it's so good to get the knight on b5. What should we do here? Now the rook on b4 I think is not the best, because the knight is getting to b5, and the question is why the rook is now on a4. So I think I should return. That's alright, because the knight is getting now over a4 to b6. And we will be doing maybe slightly better. Alright. g5. And bishop on d2. Let's just go back. Knight on d7. I don't like this knight on d7 because it allows us now to play the move e4. Let's see. Can we go? We can also try the move f4. Also looks very interesting, but what should I play in this position? I think to take is okay. So it cannot be a bad play. We take first, then maybe we're gonna play this f3 followed by the move e4. I think it makes sense. We keep the option of knight on a4 next. Alright, I see in the chat there is big discussion about all this cheating stuff. We don't want to have these discussions here. So, in case you continue talking about that, you will be closed on the channel for a while. Heidi has no mercy, so that's it. Enough of these discussions. We want to enjoy some nice games of chess and not to focus on something that is making no sense. Let's go with the move bishop on e3. I would like to try to get the move e4. And that's it. So, again, let's focus on the current game. No discussions anymore about cheating or anything like that. We focus now on the games here. Those who will be discussing this unpleasant cheating topics will be banned, and that's it. Let's see what we can do next. Our idea, bishop on f2 and e4. We have also idea of this knight on a4, which is looking nice to get the knight there, but I don't know if I should get the knight there. I mean, I can, but I think this bishop on f2 is looking better because we're getting ready to play the move e4. e5. Okay, so we can take and play the move e4. Where is the king going? We can also go knight on a4, quite interesting. To get the knight first to b6, and then we're gonna play the move e4. Also, looks not bad, and we can simply hold here for a little while with the move e3. I think I should go with the move knight on a4. I don't know, I feel like knight on b6 will be doing well. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is how I feel. And I think he has to play the move rook on e8. There is probably nothing else. Is there something else? I don't see something else. So now my idea was just to take and to play this e4. So e4. Everything according to the plan. How is the current position? Is it good or is it bad? Difficult to say. I think it should be not bad, but the question is, are we doing better? I don't know if we are better. We might be better, but let's see. Of course, the next couple of moves will be showing us if we are better or it's just okay. So in case he takes, I'm thinking to get this knight on c4. Potentially looks very, very tricky. The king will have to stay in the center. Usually in an endgame, it's not so dangerous to have the king in the center, but right now I'm not sure because king is somehow not perfectly positioned. So I guess he doesn't like to take on e4. he wants. Okay, let's give him a check. Okay, I think he has to go here. Nothing else left. And the question is, should I go with the move knight on c4 immediately? To me, it looks like a good play, but I might be wrong. I think he has to take. I see that, but maybe we are doing better. Let's see. Let's see. Step by step, I think we might be do better, but the next couple of moves are so decisive because now we're attacking the bishop. So next we will go with the move knight on d6. I think he has to take. This is almost forced. Let me know in the chat, do you see something else except taking on f3? Because I think if he doesn't take on f3, I mean, we can take back, this is first of all, and as well, there's bishop under attack, so the bishop has to go back, and then we have this knight on d6. So to take is sort of forced. And the question is what I do after taking. I can take on e5. This also looks not so easy, but I think I should take first on f3. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Our opponent is having a deep thought here in this position, but he has not so many options. I think he has to take, yes, so we will be taking back as we thought. And the question is how to defend the bishop on e5, because if you cannot defend the bishop on e5, then white is going to have a great position in my opinion. The king is not doing so well. We have the idea of knight on d6, very, very good knight there. Pawn down for the moment, yes, but I think we should have a great counterplay, but of course, we have to wait how the game is going to develop. The bishop is under attack, so bishop has to go away. Is there something else? f6, strange play. I don't know. I don't know if this is a good play because the bishop can be attacked by rook on e1, for example, and where to go with the king from e7. Go to f7, and here's another rook. I don't know. Feels very dangerous, but maybe it's okay. Maybe it is fine. Maybe I should go with a rook from the f. So we would like to take. We still keep the option of knight on d6. And next, what should we play here? Maybe something like this. Does it make sense? Or should we play something else? I don't know. I think we should go rook on d1 because we have as well the idea of knight on d6. So it's like double ideas. We have a rook on d7, also might be dangerous. So I think I should have good compensation here, but I don't know if this move was correct. Maybe I should have gone immediately with a move knight on d6. So take. Also looks like white should have a good counterplay there. Rook on e7, so he's provoking me into knight on d6 idea. I think I should go for it. Let's play knight on d6. He takes, I will be taking, of course. Let's take. Interesting. This is not that of a weight. So I take. Knight has to go here, I think. And my idea was just to put the bishop to b6. It looks like black is pretty paralyzed, and there is a d7 move coming next. Is it not just a game over? As well, we have the idea of bishop e2 and bishop c4 in case we need it. But maybe we just immediately win with the move d7 next, so... This position looks so dangerous for black. I think to survive here is almost impossible. I don't think there's a way to keep me from playing the move d7. He doesn't care about d7. Why is he not caring about the move d7? Maybe he wants to go knight on d8, but then we have this rook on e8. What is our opponent's plan after the move d7? I don't understand that. Maybe there is something I'm missing, but I don't see what, so I will be playing the move d7 because next we simply take here and we play the move d8. I believe this should be a winning position. Plus we have still this bishop e2 and so I will be playing a rook on e8. somewhere. Not now, of course, because the rook is gonna take, but we will be playing maybe also bishop e2, I don't know. Bishop e2. Is it a win? Looks like a win. So let's go. Bishop on c4 check. And then at some moment we will be playing the move rook on e8 and it's gonna be game over. Nayap is asking, I see a funny question in the chat. Hello Arkady, I have a question. Have you been wearing glasses for a long time? If yes, how did you navigate weak eyesight while mastering chess? Asking because I'm almost blind in my left eye. Oh, sorry to hear that, Nayap. And actually, I just started to wear glasses approximately a year ago. Just a year ago that I'm wearing glasses. I'm sorry to hear that your vision is not perfect. I hope it gets better very, very soon somehow, because now so many new things they are developing regarding the eye vision. I hope they will find something very soon that you can see better. So, our opponent is taking his time before playing his next move. The time is an issue here. The bishop c4 next is looking deadly, so I think we are winning the current game. It was an interesting game. We sacrificed, we had some compensation. Maybe our opponent could have played somewhere a little bit better, but all in all, quite an interesting game, I would say. With chances first for both sides, but then slowly we could take over. And now I think we are just winning. I see this bishop on h5, and then we take, and then we play rook e8. So finally the rook e8 is gonna work. Let's go with the move bishop on h5 as we planned. This is a nasty check. This is a very, very unpleasant check. Now we take, and the next move is, of course, rook on e8. Finally, rook e8 works. That's it from the current game. Mike Jones says, boom, yeah, I didn't push the F button. Yeah, next time I push, I didn't think of that. Okay, so we've been winning. We won the game. Let's offer a rematch. I like to offer a rematch in case the game is fair. Our opponent declines a rematch. All right, let's go with the next opponent. No problem. So, who will be our next opponent? Till we are waiting, I will be posting my seminars that I will be having here on Zoom. Let me post it, and I will pin it like a message. In case you are a little bit more serious about your chess, you can try to join the seminar. I think it's gonna be funny, a lot of educational things, just once a week. Alright, so next game, Sicilian defense with the move queen on b6. I like this queen on b6 move. Our opponent plays so quickly, look at that. He's playing at tempo, so without thinking, rook on b1. Why to play this move? This is looking strange, so let's go with the move bishop on b4, because I don't know why is the move rook on b1 so good. And our opponent is blitzing out the moves. Wow, so quick. So quick. Okay, let's do the short castle. Probably not a bad idea. a3. So we have to decide to take or not to take. I don't know actually. To take here is also not so bad because we have this d5 push immediately, but let's go just back to e7. This is fine. Next, we will be pushing in the center, and I think we will be doing a little bit better. Where to put the queen? Queen. Where to put it? Probably c7 is normal because we would like to play the move d5, so pretty standard play. Now the bishop goes to g5. Interesting. And he's playing so quickly. Wow. I think I can still play the move d5, by the way. Yeah, let's go with the move d5. Because I think it is working, or maybe not. I don't know. Not 100%. Maybe first let's play h6, because anyway he's not gonna take the knight on f6. I guess at least he's not gonna take. Yeah, he is not. And now No, no, no. We can sacrifice a pawn. This is fine because he's gonna take, we're gonna take, he's gonna take, and then we're gonna play something random like rook on d8, for example. So we have a good counterplay. Force the pawn down. On the other hand, we don't need to sacrifice nothing. We can play first the move rook on d8, followed by the move d5. So way to sacrifice in case we don't need to sacrifice. As easy as that. So queen on f3. He continues trying to prevent us from playing the move d5. Alright. But the king is here on e1. So usually we should somehow find a way to break through here with the black pieces. There should be something. Let's search for it. Do we have something that is unpleasant? This d5 play is not bad, by the way. Take, 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 take. He's gonna take, we're gonna give a check, he goes back, we have the move e4, but it's not so easy, it's not like we are winning. So maybe I should just play the move bishop b7, so one more time we are getting ready for the move d5, but I think I should just go d5, I don't know. I have the feeling that I should play the move d5 in this position. But it is not a win, this is what bothers me a little bit. I think position of black is fine, but it is not a win. That's pity. To play the move g5 is possible, then to play the move d5, that's alright. I can do that. Maybe even I should do that. Let's go, g5. So let's push a little bit and play the move d5. I'm playing that because we have now so many threats in the center, so I'm not so scared to get checkmated here. Once we have the good center, plus the rook on b1 is doing poorly, so there is no long castle, for example. Very, very crucial. No long castle. That's why I believe we should be doing well here with the black pieces. And it is an F. We are winning now. Boom. Once you see the F, there is some winning combination. Let me see who find it first. Please write it down in the chat. If you see how to win this position with the black pieces, we have a clear win. So black to play, black is winning. We have even two different ways to win the position, but it is the same idea. So let me know in the chat if you see how to win the current position. I will be giving you a little bit more time, like 15-20 seconds, and then I will be playing my move, obviously, because yeah, we have to play something. This position is a winning position for black. What is a winning continuation? Very good, I see some answers. So bishop g4, absolutely correct. We could have started as well with the move d4 because bishop g4 would be the threat, but usually to win something direct is the better idea. He just resigns. Yeah, that's tough because the queen has to go here and then we play the move d4 and it is game over. All right, let's go with our next game. Next opponent. The current opponent resigned with a piece down. For a long time we had nobody resigning with a piece down, no? I think. A long time. Usually here online somehow the people are fighting till the checkmate, but yeah. That was a kind opponent. That was a fair resignation. So our next opponent, Caro-Kann defense. Let's advance and let's play this knight on d2, knight on b3 line. I like the line with knight on d2 and knight on b3. Maybe matter of taste, but to me it is looking like a solid line. Creative is saying try the London. I can play the London next game, no problem. But London is the problem that it's quite boring opening. London is quite boring, this is a problem. c5, I am gonna take on c5 and knight on c6. He wants to take the pawn on e5. But we have some ways of protecting the pawn, so maybe even to play now the f4 idea is not so bad. Usually f4 is not the best, but maybe also bishop b5 is not looking bad, so maybe knight f3 still. Still knight f3, back to basics. And then I will be playing the move e6 probably. This is what we're gonna see, and I will be playing the move knight on b3, so we go for the main line. Or we're back into one of the main lines here. So everything as usual. e6, knight goes here. We would like to play knight on d4 or bishop on e3, defending the pawn on c5. So usually black is taking the pawn on c5 now, but let's see, of course, what is gonna happen next. In case you are enjoying my comments, obviously push the like button in case you see value in these games that I'm playing, and of course you see value in the positions that we're discussing. This is to me most crucial, because I think we're checking a lot of cool positions and we are seeing a couple of nice and interesting ideas. So in case you're enjoying, push the like button. Now, what should we do next? We have the simple bishop e3 idea. Very, very normal. We have a little bit more complex queen on b3 idea, which is also not a bad play here with the white pieces. We have maybe even the play of b4 here, because I don't know if he can take bishop d2. Maybe he can take, maybe he cannot take. Difficult to say. So, what should we play next? Let's think a little bit. Maybe first bishop e3 is not looking bad, so let's play this one. And now we have many options. We have the simple play here. We have the little bit more aggressive play with the move b4, also not looking bad, but this kind of b4 play, I don't like it so much. Not my game. We have the move knight on h4 to get the bishop on f5. This is usually quite good, but then there is a move knight on e7, so not sure if I should do that. Finally, what should we play here? What should we play in this position? Maybe let's go with the move a knight on d4. I think it's not a bad play, so let's see what happens next after the move knight on d4. To change the bishops with the move bishop d3 is usually not the idea of the Caro-Kann. The idea of the Caro-Kann is not to change the light square bishops, in case, of course, it's possible, so this we should not do. Queen takes, this is normal. Let's go for some kind of endgame. In case we get an endgame, I think we should be slightly better. So we can go immediately for this endgame. Or should we keep the queens on the board? Not sure. I think we should go for the endgame. Of course, I understand this is not a big advantage here, but it could be some kind of small advantage potentially. We have the bishop pair. It is an endgame, so might be slightly better. For the moment, our opponent is playing a very, very good game. So yeah. Queen on c5. What do we have in the chat? Bishop takes c5. Knight on c6. Now the pawn on e5 is under attack, so we play the move f4. Still we keep the bishop pair, which is crucial, so we try to play this very, very long game having the bishop pair on the board. This is a key idea for white. Next, maybe something like king on king on f2. Let's see. What do you think about this position? Do you believe this is more equal, or do you believe this is slightly better for white? What do you think about the current position? Let me know in the chat your ideas, if you think white is doing slightly better, or you think that this is just completely equal. Because there are a lot of ideas. For example, here we have the idea of the long castle, but I'm not 100% convinced that this is the best. I don't know. Of course, the idea is to play the move d4. He tries to get active. This is possible, but still, this long castle idea, not sure. He wants to get very, very active. I think he wants also to play the move g5 somewhere. So we have the choice to play this opposite color bishop endgame. Might be better for white because we control more squares, but it's not so much actually. So we can also play the long castle. I don't know if we should play the long castle. I think the king is gonna be doing better here on f2, so maybe some idea f6 is coming next, but not sure. Okay, let's go with the move rook on d1. This move cannot be a bad play. If it is a good play, we will see. We are aiming for a very, very long game. Bishop pair, long game. That's the way to go. Oh, I see Forrest in the chat. Forrest, you haven't been with us here for quite some time. Forrest haven't been with us quite a long time. So, next we should put the king here, I think. As we planned, king is getting to f2. Bishop here is doing well. Maybe bishop on b5 next to provoke the move a6 and then just go back somewhere. For us, it's quite crucial not to change the bishops, so we should be avoiding the exchange of the bishops. And we might be doing slightly better. So we have the move h4. I don't know if this is dangerous because the move h3 is not so dangerous. Let's go with the move bishop on b5. And then let's see what we do next. What do we have in the chat? If Forrest is our strongest guy in the chat, yeah, maybe. Maybe Forrest is actually the strongest indeed, Heidi, yeah. You are maybe right, yeah. Forrest, by the way, what is your ELO? What is your official ELO FIDE rating? Let us know in the chat what is your official FIDE rating, because I think Forrest is quite good, yeah. Rook on g8, what is that? Maybe the idea is to play the move g5, but I think g5 is not the best. Also, we can take here and take the pawn on a7. Our opponent is giving us a present, but is it a win? This is a question. We will be doing better, but not sure that this is a win. This is the issue, because we can also just go back to play the move g4, and then slowly we will be collecting the pawn on a3. It is also not a bad idea. But alright, let's win the pawn. Let's win the pawn. Pawn is a pawn, so as I like to remember the words of Garry Kasparov, a chess player has to be greedy. Our opponent is thinking. Why is he thinking? There is just take. So our opponent is not taking. Why? Why is he not taking on c6? This is strange. What is going on here? The bishop is under attack, but our guy is not taking the bishop. So finally he takes. We will be taking the pawn on a7. Let's see what happens next. g5. Okay, g5 is normal. Now I think we should get over the rook, but then there is this bishop on e4, so we have to be a little bit cautious that our pawn structure does not break. This is important. So we can go with the move rook on g1, looks normal, or we go with the move bishop e3, and then we take with the bishop on f4, which is also looking normal. But I think rook on g1 somehow is looking better, at least to me, because in case he takes, we're gonna take. And okay, it's, I don't know if he has some drawing chances. Maybe he has, but I think not so easy to make a draw there with the black pieces. Bishop on e4, tricky guy, because he wants to take and get the rook on g2, so we cannot allow it. That's why now we will be going home with our bishop. So we play the move bishop e3. Now obviously we're gonna take with the bishop on f4. And we hope that soon we're gonna play the move g4, and then somewhere the pawn on h3 might be also falling. Far, far away from now the a pawn is going to walk, but it's gonna take some time. This is going to be a very, very long endgame. So yeah, it's a slow play. Take, take. White is doing better because we have the pawn up. Black is fighting because it is opposite color bishop position, so obviously you can always fight in these positions for a long time. So the game basically just begun. I think we should go with the move b4. Not looking bad, because we're gonna have the two pass pawns. Again, I don't know if we are winning, but we will be trying to win the game. The pawn on h3 is quite a big weakness. Maybe I should have gone, by the way, bishop e3, but more or less the same. Now, very important to play the move a4. No, he goes here, because we need to bring our king there. If we get the king on d4, I think we're gonna be winning. So maybe let's start with the move a4. I'm just scared that he gets something to the a file, and then it gets tricky. Now, very, very important. King is getting to d4. Beautiful square for the white king. And I think we should be doing winning, because to make this kind of fortress is gonna be so difficult here with the black pieces. Let's go with the move rook on e1. We are defending. He plays the move rook e8. We will be playing the move a5. And here somewhere the b5 is coming, but of course first we put the king to d4. Then we think, or we can also of course ask the bishop, where do you go? And then we play the move king on d4. Maybe, yeah, let's, I don't know, we can also play with the g4 move. Also is looking very, very good. So, okay, let's play the g4 first. This is nice, because we need the pawn on g5. This would be the best. And somewhere the move b5 is going to win the game, but we have to be patient here. So I think how to be patient here. Still not so easy to win the current game. It looks like it is winning, but still not so easy. So maybe we should switch the flanks. But then there is this bishop on g2. So first to play rook on g3. Yeah, this I like. So rook on g3 first, just to be sure that there are no tricks. Somewhere the move b5 will be available, but it is a bit too early for it. And we should bring the bishop here. If we get the bishop here, it is a game over. So how to do that? Maybe first rook on a2. So I don't know, even if we take on g2, it might be winning, but not 100%. So I better don't take for the moment. And I think we should, how to get this bishop over c5. It takes so much time to do that. Okay, let me play g5. Because if he goes here, we're gonna play the move g6. This should be a win. We have the idea of rook f2, which is also a good idea. And we have the idea of taking here on g2, which is also, I think, a good idea. We should be cautious of this d4 play. I don't like this d4 somewhere, but the rest is fine. So let's go with the king first here. King isn't doing well on d4. There are no tricks here. Somewhere to play the move a6. Also interesting to sacrifice, and then the rook is getting over there into the game. So how to win the current position? Still not so easy, by the way. So let's play this rook on g4 maybe. Is it a good play? Maybe it's okay. And bishop g3. Now we will be focusing on the f file. Still not a win here. Okay, let's change one pair of rooks. We are so close to win the game, but somehow Not yet winning, but now, oh, he blunders me a rook. So of course we push the F. Boom! But anyway, we had almost a winning position, so this is sort of deserved. But yes, in this position, if he would not blunder me the rook, so usually he should take here, but it's very difficult to hold because he has to wait here. And I will be going rook on f2, rook on f6, rook on h6. Very, very difficult position for black. No counterplay. So I think we would have good chances to win it in any case. Step by step, step by step. It took some time. It took some time to win the game, but yeah, this is normal. Oh, I see also Alexander here with us. Welcome, welcome. Our next game, let's go with a move knight on f3. Let's see what we will have on the board. g3. We are playing just the King's Indian reverse. He's setting up with the move b6, bishop b7. Normal setup. Not the most active setup, but a normal setup. Now e4. Oh, very passive. Very, very passive play by our guy here. And let's go with the move c4 just for fun. Usually c4 is not being played, but it is actually not so bad. So it looks not so great, but it is fine. We have a couple of interesting ideas here, and the idea is to play the move knight on g5 usually because we get the move f4. This is the idea of this setup with the move c4 and knight on c3. It is a tricky setup, so you can try to remember the setup for your own games. It is not bad at all. So now I'm playing the move f4. As you can see, h6 is possible, but I don't know if this is so good. And we have two options. We can go knight on f3 back, then prepare the move d4, which is a good play, I think. And we have this knight on h3. Very interesting. Why do we play knight on h3? Because we would like to play f5 followed by the move knight on f4 with a pressure on e6. Quite a cool idea, I think. In any case, slowly we have to get out with our pieces. So I'm playing first bishop d2 because I would like to see he wants to castle or not. Yes, he wants to castle, and now I have f5 and I have g4, and I'm playing the move g4. You see that the knight on d7 is now poorly positioned. The knight should be here to play the move knight on d4. Since there is no knight on c6, black is basically not participating and white is attacking. So this position is better for white. It's not like much better, but it is a little bit better with more easy play. Of course, we can be happy with an opening because normally it's very, very difficult to get even the slightest advantage. So we can be happy about it. Next, we can go g5 with this kind of straightforward mating attack, but I don't know actually if there is a mating attack. So maybe it's better to prepare by playing something like rook f3 or queen on e1 and queen on g3. We have these options. Let's go with the move eventually. I don't know if he wants to play f5. Is it possible f5? Doesn't look good. So let's go with the move queen here. It's gonna be very, very useful to have the queen on e1 in any case. e5. Wow, he's giving away the square on d5. This is horrible. What is our guy doing? This move is just very, very bad. Never play something like the move e5 to give away all the squares. Square d5 belongs to white now. It means that the position of black is, I think, almost lost positionally. Of course, it is still a big game, etc., but position is bad. And also we can play with the move g5. And look how great we have the knight on h3. What a beautiful knight. Of course, we take with the pawn, and our pieces are just so well positioned. Our pieces are ready. We have the knight on d5 somewhere. We have here the queen. The queen can join the game by playing queen on h4, for example, and queen h6. It is more to disturb black, but obviously we have a great position. We can also put just the queen here and then get knight to g4, but I think queen on h4 is looking even better. What is our guy going to play against the idea knight on f2 and knight on g4 next? This might be just a game over. Knight on d5 coming next. What a domination of the white pieces here. Incredible, and he's playing so quickly. He has spent literally 0 time. He's blitzing out the moves. And now what to do next? After this blitz marathon by our guy, he thinks, and yeah, I think it would be good to think a little bit earlier. Now it's already very, very difficult for black to fight in this position. So we are almost winning, if not winning. Queen h6, knight goes here, knight goes there, knight goes somehow to f6, it is game over. Also we can go with the move rook f3, rook on h3 idea. So we have even a couple of options how to win the current position. So yeah, this is a disaster the way our guy played. What was he thinking? No idea, because to play the move e5, really bad, really bad. b5, he does not care. He literally doesn't care about my ideas, my thoughts, my threats. He does not care. He just pushes the move b5, and I don't know what he wants, so I will be playing the move rook on f3. I will be just checkmating him here on a3, and that's it. b5. He has nerves. He has nerves to play the move b5 in this kind of position. We can take, or we can go with the move knight on f2. What is the easiest way to give him a checkmate? Maybe he aims for this f6 somewhere to fight a little bit, but I don't know. Let's just take, because there is absolutely 0 play for black, so no rush at all. Knight on b6, he wants to take the pawn. Okay, let's play the move b3. Even though I think we can deliver him a checkmate, but just for fun, let's play b3, because he has 0 counterplay. Like 0. Of course, I do see the idea rook on h3, but first we're gonna play the move rook f1. Again, I have much faster ways to give him a checkmate, but look at this pressure here. He is literally out of moves. And what happens in case I play now the move knight on d5? Is it not over? In case I go back, there is some kind of f6, but also this is over. But knight on d5 looks better. I mean, we can also win in a different way, but also to play the move queen h6 is looking like a resignation. Because next we're gonna bring the rook to h3 and that's it. But I like the move knight on d5 because I see 0 counterplay. He takes, I will be taking with the pawn. Bishop is under attack. Is it not a win? We are taking twice, he takes, I take. King on f8, I give a check, I take the rook. This is at least a piece-up position for white, so we're capable of playing rook takes f7, and this is just completely winning for white. I think we're gonna play it. Also, this knight on f2 is completely winning. Also, queen on h6 is completely winning, so hard to say. Very, very difficult choice we have here in this position, because we have this kind of many winning continuations. Which one should we take? What would you do here? Knight on f2, queen h6, or the immediate rook takes f7? What would you play here? Hard choice, because it looks so much winning everything. I think I will be playing queen on h6 because I literally see no defense. I think it is just a checkmate, so... Is there a way to play in this position for our guy? I don't see nothing, so I will be playing the move queen on h6 because I think it is a checkmate. I don't see a defense against knight f2 and rook on h3. Bishop on e8. Is this a defense? Wow. Can we go rook f6? How should we checkmate? But okay, enough of jokes. I think it's time to give him a checkmate. So how can we checkmate the guy? Rook f6. Is it over? Looks like over. Is it the most precise way to checkmate? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it is the most precise way of winning, but it is a win, of course. Knight here, he plays the move f6 or f5, maybe f6. Knight on g4, f5, this is a win. f5 we take, we play g6, it is a win. So let's go knight on f2 as we planned. I think it is a win. He plays instantly the move f6. Alright, now we have this move. A rook goes here. We take. He takes knight on g4. This is a checkmate. I think it is a checkmate. Also, we can go with the move knight on g4, and this is also a checkmate. Wow. 2 checkmates. We have to choose just one. We have to choose just one. But by the way, I have a very funny move, and I think I'm gonna play it because it's so funny. We have a lot of ways to win the position, but I think the most funny way to win, bishop on h3. Take a look at that. We bring the last piece into the game just for fun. I would like to have this kind of domination on the board, so last piece must play. I love it when all my pieces are in the game. So bishop on h3, bishop on e6, rook is getting there to h3. Wow. This is one of the, I think, one of the most powerful positions we ever had here on the stream, in my opinion, because we have now literally all the pieces attacking the black king, like all of them. I think we never had it on the stream that we are attacking with all our pieces. Literally all the pieces are in the attack. We ever had it? I don't think so. So next we play the move bishop here or bishop on g4 and rook on a3. Both is looking completely winning. Every time we have to make the choice because it is so much winning, but I think now bishop on g4 is just a game over. There is no defense, no nothing in my opinion. Also to play here is a complete game over, so what should we play here? What is the easiest way to win in the game? I think it is the move. Let's think one more time. Yeah, bishop g4 is looking great because we have the move rook on h3 coming next. Look at this position. That's so nice. Such a beautiful position we have. So I play now the move here. And is it not a checkmate already? Here. He is trying to hold on. He is trying to hold on, but how is it possible that this is not a checkmate? I think we're gonna play this. No. The rook is just under attack, of course. We can take the rook now on a fate, and that's it. You see, this is it. Yeah, very nice game. Let's offer him a rematch. Of course, I think he wants to come back, but... or he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He rejects our challenge, but what a game. Okay, of course, Queen of 8 just wins the rook. So, have you ever seen that all the pieces are in the attack? Literally all of our pieces. We would like to play bishop e6 and knight on g4. I mean, let's say, imagine he would go like bishop d8, let's say, and we give a check. We play the move knight on g4. All of our pieces are attacking the opponent's king. This is what is happening so rarely, yeah. Our guy played very fast, but not very strong. Alright, in case you are enjoying the game so far, push the like button and subscribe to our channel VChess, to our educational chess channel. I hope that I'm commenting on an interesting level and as well on an educational level. So we have the cool games, and as well that I hope you are improving your chess at least a little bit. We are proceeding with the move b6 now. This is okay. So we have the London with the move bishop f4. Now we have this bishop on b7. And by the way, we had in the chat Naiditsch, and he played this knight on h5. Very, very funny, because actually he has sent an email to us with his game, and he had this setup with b6 and knight h5. So it's funny. Now we can play the setup with the move knight h5. Actually, not a bad setup for black. I would not call it the best setup ever, but it is not a bad setup, so very, very playable. Bishop on d3. Okay, now of course we will be taking the bishop on f4, and now we play the move e6, so the bishop will get out here over d6 or a queen on f6. Some pressure. Normally we put the bishop to e7, but maybe we can go with the move queen on f6. I'm just thinking, because how to defend the pawn on f4. Let's go with the move queen on f6. Normally not a good play, queen f6, but I think we have a special case here, because it's very difficult to defend the pawn on f4. This kind of g3 is making my bishop so powerful, so that's why I'm trying now the move queen on f6. Our opponent is considering different options, but there are not so many. There are not so many options here for white, so I think we can be quite sure that we're gonna see the move g3, because there is literally nothing else. Alright, alright. Creative, you like the London system, yeah? We have Creative in the chat. He's so happy to see the London system on the board. That's funny. That's funny. So, f5. Wow. Wow. What can I say about the move f5? Except, wow, there is nothing else I can add, because I don't think it is a great play, but very interesting play. So we have a very creative opponent to play f5. Not sure if it is the best, but super creative. I could have taken, of course, the pawn on f5, but bishop d6 looks more safe. In case white is gonna take, we're gonna take, and obviously black is having an excellent position. I don't know if we are doing better, but for sure we are not worse. And that's alright. So, the chat got silent. Why is the chat so silent? No questions? No questions in the chat. Okay. The knight wants to get to e4, or it's not so dangerous. Can I take the pawn on f5? Looks normal, because I don't think there is a big attack, so I think I'm gonna take the pawn on f5 now. There is rook e1 coming, yeah, of course. Now we have king f8, g6, and king on g7, or if we play the move king on d8, both is looking pretty normal, I would say, for black. Maybe king on d8. I don't know why, but feels a little bit more safe. We have the very, very good bishop here. Knight is going to c6, so everything is fine. So, let's see. Our opponent is now probably considering some tricks, because he has to push. But it's difficult to push against the bishop pair, so not easy for white to get a compensation here. Even if white would get some compensation, I still think that black is doing like super solid. Very, very solid position, except of course we have the problem with the king on the 8, but I guess we should be alright. Queen on e2. So what is the idea of our guy here? I'm not sure. Maybe his idea is that knight on c6, he wants to go knight on d5, but then we're gonna take on d4. So, is there something tactical? I see nothing. I don't see tactics. That's why I will be playing the move knight on c6, because I don't know what is happening after. So let's go with the move knight on c6. We're attacking the pawn on d4. Of course, I could have taken and played the move knight on c6, but I think knight on c6 looks pretty normal. The d4 pawn is under attack. Maybe also knight on b4 can be a play for black here. To get the bishop would be good. Let's see, let's see. I'm very surprised by this queen on e2 because I don't understand the idea behind it. Usually when you're making a move, there is always an idea behind your play, but now with the move queen on e2, there are no ideas. So, I don't know, maybe he has an idea, but I don't see it. Maybe he wants to go bishop a6, but this is a strange idea, I don't know. Doesn't look like a way to change the bishop. I mean, you're a pawn down, usually you try to attack something, but to go for changes after being a pawn down, a bit unusual. So I believe that white has some counterplay, yeah, but still, pawn up is a pawn up, and we are doing very, very solid here. All right. What? The question, I see some question, how do you connect the rooks here? Let's see what happens in the future. We cannot connect the rooks at the moment, but in the future we will find a way, because also for white it's very, very difficult to do something. So we're waiting what happens next, and yeah, then we will see. Maybe somewhere I might play even the move g5, but not sure, not sure. So, let's see what we can do next. Our opponent is not playing quickly, so he takes his time. Maybe he's thinking or considering knight on d5, but actually our opponent is doing it well regarding the time, because he's taking his time in important positions, and I would exactly do the same. You have to take your time when you believe there is something very important going on. Maybe he thinks that this position is crucial, so he takes his time before playing the next move. It's a good strategy. Nothing wrong with that at all. So, as we said, we have this knight on b4. So I think I'm gonna play it because it looks good. To get the bishop is usually a good idea. So let's play the move knight on b4. We would like to eat the bishop, and we would like, of course, to get this knight on d5, knight on f4 somewhere. Still, the bishop here is powerful. Slowly, slowly. In case knight takes d6, we have the cd, so we are connecting the rooks by playing the move king on c7. White still has counterplay, but I don't know if it is enough counterplay, yeah, so... Of course, chess game is always a fight, always a lot of tactics, and so on, but... we are doing here pretty well, in my opinion. Knight on b5, I think he wants to take the bishop. No, he doesn't. He lets me take on d3. I don't know, I would not do it in his case, because it doesn't feel so good to let this happen, because I have also this bishop on e4, for example, now. In his case, I would not do that. I think black is now confirmed to be doing better in the current position. I think I'm gonna play the move bishop on e4, cannot be a bad play, so we're blocking here the file. Wow, he sacrifices the exchange. This is very unexpected. What happens in case I go with the move c6? In case he takes, I think I should be just much better. So I go with the move c6, I guess. Or is there something tricky like the move knight on e5, but... Well, is it something good for white? Hard to imagine that this is good for white. So I will be playing the move c6. All we need to do now is to run here with the king to b7, and it is a resignation, so exchange up is a bit too much in most of the positions. Of course, it's important not to blunder something, it is important to play well. But I think now out of question that black is doing better. We are doing much better here with the black pieces. There are still some tricks left, so we have to be cautious. So for example, knight takes d6 is a trick that we should definitely avoid. I think we can just go back here if I'm not mistaken. This is looking good, because why not to play this bishop on b8? We have some tricks with white? I don't think so. Let's go with the move bishop on b8, very, very safe. Now we would like to get the rook into the game, and it is over. So maybe also to play the move a6 is looking good, because the knight has to return. We are exchange up, so we have to be cautious, but we are better. In any case, very aggressive style by our opponent. Somehow our opponents are mostly very aggressive. I don't know why. How is it possible that all our opponents just wants to crush us? Rook on e1. Good play. I like the move for rook on e1 because it's smart to play it. So, can we go with the move a6 to attack the knight, because there is no checkmate, no nothing. There is this kind of knight on g4 idea, but then I have this queen on e6, so this is safe. I think it's alright. Let's go with the move a6. The knight has to go away, and these are already great news. So now all we need to do is maybe just to take the knight on e5, because I didn't want to take the knight immediately, because there is de, and then the knight is getting to d6, so we should avoid that. That's why we have now this move a6 on the board. So next we will be taking on e5, queen on g4. Wow, is it a good play? I think I should take. And I thought I have just queen on e6 or a queen on g6, but then there is this check. Is it dangerous? Maybe. Maybe we should go with the move rook on e8 first to avoid the tricks. Does it make sense? I think it does. How can we win in this position? It must be a winning position, and it feels like we should have quite a clear win. By the way, queen on e6 is winning because he takes. I'm gonna play the move rook e8, and the knight on d4 we're gonna take. Yeah, this is a win. This is a win, queen on e6, but not the most clean one. I think the most clean win is to play the move rook on e8, but then we have the move f4, and the knight is getting to d6, so a little bit of counterplay for white. That's why I think it's better to get into an endgame in case we can. I think we can by playing the move queen on e6. Let's go with the move queen on e6. The idea is very simple. Oh, he doesn't take. Because I thought he has to take. Why he doesn't take? Queen on h4. Can I go queen on e7 and it is game over? Let's go. We would like to change the queens. In case we do change the queens, we have an endgame with just an exchange up, yeah. So now we are playing this endgame, exchange up for black. It is a winning position, g6, just in case, not to give him knight on f5 check. And next we will be opening something on the queen side, and then it should be a game over. So it might take a little bit here to win the game, because still white is having this good knight on d6, but it is not enough to be okay here with the white pieces. So I don't know if I should play the move a5 or c5. What is actually better? We can also go with the move f6 just to open the position a little bit. I think f6 looks good. So fe is the next play. This is a win. This is a win. I see some requests in the chat, but in general I don't understand you guys. You're always saying, can I play you, can I play you? And you are not even a member of our VChess channel, so this kind of request is very hard to understand. To become a member is not too much to ask. Many of you here are quite often, and still, yeah, no memberships. King on d3. Let's get the rook active. Now we're gonna eat the white pawns away. This game is over, but a very good play by our opponent, we have to admit. I mean, he plays way better than his rating, so way better. Rook on e4, I don't know why it's useful, so I will be just taking the pawns. b4. Okay, let's get here the rook to f3. Next, we have the move c5, so this is a very unpleasant check. I guess this is resignation. No, it is not a resignation. Our guy wants to fight in the current position, but he wants to fight. He has a heart of a fighter, just no pieces left to fight with. h2 is falling, a2 is falling. How to fight in position like that? Yeah, it is a game over, but a good play. Our opponent fought very well in this position. So yeah, an interesting game. Finally, we are winning it. Avocado is back to us. Welcome, Avocado. Welcome, Avocado. Let's go with the next game. We start with the game with the move e4. We have the move e5. Let's go again with the 4 knights. I like to play this 4 knights. It's a funny opening, not very popular on the high level, but I like to play the 4 knights. Thank you very much for the nice comments, and let's check how many likes do we have today. Only 68 likes so far. This is really little. Why no likes? Who is watching us? I see a lot of guys are always watching, but no likes, no questions. It's like you are in a cinema. You relax, you take some popcorn, and then you watch Grandmaster Naiditsch playing, and that's it. Quite funny. Okay, knight f3. The idea is to take with a pawn, actually. Very funny move. Maybe you can remember it for your own games. This g takes f3, not bad, because we are opening the g file. It looks weird, I have to agree to that, but it's not bad, so... weird, yes, bad, no. Bishop on c5. I think we have a couple of options. Rook on g1 is one of the interesting ideas here. And this idea f4, I think. This was something very interesting. So, let's see what happens next. We played the move f4, we are attacking the knight. Queen on h4. Our moves are getting countered by our opponent. It's a tactical battle here immediately from the opening, so now we have to defend the pawn on f2. I think queen on f3 should be the normal way to play. Also, we have the move d4, which is quite interesting, so... maybe I should not have played the move f4. I thought it's a good play, but maybe not. Let's see, of course, what happens next. Queen on f3 is looking like a decent play. And now it's a very interesting position, because what are you gonna play now with the black pieces here? What is the next move by black? Not easy to find a good move, because so many different options here. But what is the right one? To take with a knight on f4, there might be this rook on g7, can be tricky. To take with a queen on f4, maybe, but I'm gonna take with a queen with a knight takes on f4. Still, we have the move rook on g7. We should not forget that I have the move d4 somewhere. So it is a crazy position here. Our opponent is taking his time before playing the next move. So let's see. Let's see what is gonna happen. Very interesting position straight from the opening. What do you think? Let me know in the chat. How do you like this? What is happening here on the board? And we have Eribor also here with us. Welcome, Eribor. Haven't seen you today. Welcome, welcome. Now knight on f4. Can I take the pawn on g7? What happens in case I take the pawn? Is there something bad happening to white? Can he take? No. Can he do some tactics, something immediately? I don't think so, because otherwise we're just gonna take the pawn on f7. I don't know. What happens in case I take? Maybe I'm blind, but I don't see it. We can play first the move d4, but why not just to take? What is the answer of our guy here? Because for sure he planned something. It's too obvious, so he could not have missed the move rook takes on g7, but I don't get the point. So I'm taking. I would like to take on f7. What kind of trick did he prepare? Because we can also play the move d4. Also, this is good, and then take on g7, but why not just to take immediately? I don't know. Maybe there is something very, very tricky, but I cannot figure it out. I don't see it. I will be taking because I really don't see the idea of our opponent. It is maybe to play. No, it's not. No idea. I will be taking with the rook on g7 because I don't see the idea of this knight takes f4. So, of course, in case I'm missing now something, it might be just a game over for white, but I don't see what I miss. So we are taking with the rook on g7. c6. No, what is that? Such a slow play after... No, but what is c6? This is one of the most strange continuations I have ever seen. But everything is under attack and c6. Wow, what can I say? Okay, let's go with the move d4. I think this is obvious. d4 is easy now. I don't know actually if it's good or bad, but it is for sure like the move to play by the hand. It's like some moves we're just playing by the hand according to our feeling. Now we should calculate. So we have knight on e2 and we have simple taking on f7. We can take on f4, but this endgame, no endgames today. We can also take with the bishop on f7. And what is the next move of black? King goes there, I guess. Wow. How can we win in this position? It looks completely winning, but somehow... What is the exact way to win the game? I think knight on e2 is looking winning. Also this the rook on g4, but rook g4, I don't know. So let's go with the move knight on e2, I think. We are attacking the bishop on d4. We would like to take the knight here on f4. This f7 pawn is under attack. No, but... Incredible. Our guy, knight takes f4. We take the pawn on g7 and he goes with this very calm move c6. I think now we are just winning, so I can push the f. Boom. We are winning. Please write down your answers in the chat. We have an easy win here with the white pieces. Still, try to find it. White to play, and white is winning the game. It is by force. So queen takes f7, and the next move is bishop on g5. We are winning the queen on h4, and it is a game over. So let's offer a rematch. This was a very, very short game, just 40 moves. So I think he's gonna take a revenge. Yes, he takes a revenge. Let's go. Knight on c6. d4, take. Let's play the Kalashnikov opening. This is called the Kalashnikov with e5 and a knight on c6. I know, strange name. Strange name indeed, but it is the way it is called. So let's go now with the move a6. We're gonna play some little bit strange line, but still it is fine. Or should we play a different one? I'm just thinking. Should we go for something strange or something normal? I don't know. Let's go for... Okay, let's go for normal. Bishop e7, the usual idea is to get the bishop on g5 as soon as possible, so we are playing this bishop on e7. Bishop on e2, very cautious play by our guy. Okay, knight on f6. The e4 pawn is temporarily under attack. No knight on d5. Castle, everything as usual. And knight is getting to c5. This is also normal. This is quite a typical Kalashnikov play where it seems like white is doing like a little bit better, but black is also doing fine. So we get the knight on e6 now in case we can, or the bishop on e6. It depends what white is gonna play next. So we're gonna choose accordingly to the play of white. Of course, black is a little bit squeezed, so black is doing slightly worse for sure. But usually it is not much, so we will be playing from the counter attack. So we are searching for options and then we counter. This is a way to play these positions in most of the cases. Bishop on g5, this is the usual way. So we have to change the bishop. Very, very crucial. After changing the bishop on e3, we have this kind of position where white is doing slightly better, white is pushing a little bit, but we are also doing pretty solid, so it's a game. It's a game. What is writing Iribor? Iribor came quickly to chat to say goodbye. Alright, Iribor. That was quick. A3. Wow. Very, very positional play. Very, very positional play because such a calm play, A3. It's not a bad play. I mean, that's not a bad play, but a little bit too positional, I would call it. Still, what should we do next? Maybe let's play the move h6. So he is very positional and I am also very positional. We are both very, very positional players. Now we have the move a knight on d5 on the board. So, should I take it or should I not take it? I think he wants to take with the pawn. I don't know. I feel like he wants to take with the pawn. I'm not sure, of course, but this is what my feeling tells me. I don't know even if it's a good play to take with the pawn. But maybe. Let's go with the move rook on b8. So we're playing this kind of crazy positional play. So boring, by the way. Very, very boring play. I have to admit it by myself. Sometimes I'm also getting a little bored from positional play, but yeah, chess is a very complex game, so sometimes we have to push. Sometimes we have to show this kind of patience that we play this move rook on b8 and we are waiting and waiting. Maybe he's gonna play the move bishop b6. Yes, he did it. So we're gonna put the queen on d7. Maybe e8. I never know where the queen is doing better. Bishop g4, I'm not so scared. This is alright, because we have, for example, this one somewhere. Also queen e8 is now completely normal. The bishop on b6 is not perfect, so this is fine. We have this idea, for example, of bishop on d8, which is also very, very normal. So let's go with the idea bishop d8. You see that this is some kind of this super slow positional play. I want to change the bishop, he wants to avoid it. We're moving left, right, left, right. Now the rook is on b8, so I will be able to play the move b5. So maybe we have tricked him a little bit. But still, it's not like it is a huge trick. White is still doing, in my opinion, a little bit better. Just, we are very close to equalize. Let's call it like this. What a slow game we have. In case we change the bishop, we are getting this idea of putting the knight on d4 somewhere, so that's the point of this kind of hedgehog play or turtle play. We're playing this super slow, super, I don't know how to call it best, boring. This is very boring, but I think sometimes good chess is boring because you are preventing the ideas of your opponent. Your opponent is preventing yours. So the game is a little bit boring in the beginning, but then it's getting usually more active. So step by step, our opponent is taking his time. I think we're playing against a good guy because he also spends the time wisely. So he is not banging out the moves. He spends his time very, very wisely. I like it. So of course we play the move b5 because he gives us a chance to play the move b5. We play the move b5. You don't need to ask me twice for playing the move b5. So yeah, this is too obvious not to be played. He takes, we will be taking with the pawn. This is something normal. a4 is a good play, but does it work? Does it work? Because I can take and get the knight on d4. Is it working for our friend, the move a4? Not sure, not sure. Okay, let's take. He is fearless. He is just fearless. I don't know if it's good or bad. Maybe it's good for us. Still difficult to get some kind of big activity here with the black pieces. So we have the bishop g5. I think black is doing well, but it's very, very difficult to get more than just being all right, or maybe a little bit more than all right. I think if someone is pushing here, it is already us, but still to get more than, in theory, just a nice position, I don't think we can. So maybe just to get the queen on b7, get out with the pieces is looking normal. Just I don't like the position of the queen here very much, but still it looks pretty good. We're putting some pressure. We would like to get this queen on b5. We have this bishop on d7 just getting out somewhere. We're aiming for, of course, our favorite bishop on g5. Many, many moves here for black. I think that position should be approximately equal. The knight on d5, very beautiful, but we can get rid of the knight in case we want. So we are continuing having this slow play. Still very, very slow play. Bishop on a6 is coming next. Is it a good play, bishop on a6? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's such a great play, but maybe. Maybe it is. How can we do something to the knight here on d5? I like this move, bishop on g5, but I'm not sure it is working. This is a problem because there is a move bishop on a6, and where to put the queen? No good square for the queen. Okay, let's play positional chess. I don't like it so much. I don't like this move so much, but I think we should play it, but not looking like a great play. Not looking like a great play at all. Maybe rook a8. I don't like what I'm doing. I don't like what I am doing. This is not a good play. I'm not playing good here. This is too obvious. So next we should go probably here to e7. Still, it's not an easy position, of course, but white is doing better now, so he is doing better. Let's go with the move bishop on b7. Even though white is doing better, black is not like in some kind of big trouble or something like that. Absolutely not. We're changing the bishop on e3. If white is doing better here, it is more symbolic than something else. So it is very, very small advantage in my opinion. Maybe it is plus equal, but it is the max that I would give to white. We're doing pretty well on the a file. The rook will get into the game pretty soon, I think. So white should be doing much better in this position. There are no objective reasons for it, I think. Of course, let's see how the game is gonna go, but slightly better for white. We are fighting, but I think at some moment I've been doing well with the black pieces. It was my feeling that everything is fine, and I think I made a mistake. So now we have this kind of... I don't know what exactly. What do we have in the chat? The chat got again so silent. And only 93 likes. You guys are not very active. Let's call it softly. Not very active. I think it's good to be active during the stream because you're just learning faster then. Why not to try? Queen on g4. I think the idea of the guy is to take the f-pawn, but it's gonna give us as well quite some counterplay in my opinion. So this is not so clear if it's good or bad. Not sure. Of course we can play the move queen on d8 and we will be doing well, but maybe first this. Let's see. Because this move is dangerous, queen on g4. I don't like this move, queen on g4, very much, to be honest. It looks strange to put the queen on g4. He was hoping for a bishop takes e3, fe, I understand, but even this is not 100%. Because once I go somewhere here, the position will be very, very tricky. As well, I have this option of rook c8 somewhere, so yeah. By the way, what... we have, after the current game, I will be playing our usual game of the day with our VChess community. And I have on my list Alexander. Alexander, in case you'd like to have a game, then please challenge me after the current game. And we will be playing 10-minute unrated. Everything as usual, Alexander. Let me know in the chat if you would like to have a game. If not, I will be going for the second in the list. Of course, there are many watching who are not active, so this is a problem. In case you would like to play a game, you have to be a little bit more active here, because I don't know if you are there or not. This is a problem. So, our opponent is for the moment still thinking. He tries to find a way to get better in this position. Let's have a game on the weekend. Yeah, no problem, Alexander. Then I have on my list Bean. Bean, let me know if you are here with us. Are you right now here or you are not? Let me know. Our opponent is taking... Bean is there. Alright, Bean. So please, after the current game, just challenge me 10 minutes unrated, and let's see, Bean, in what kind of shape you are. Bean is very, very active. VChess member, so warm support for Bean in the chat, of course. Bean just started, I think, with approximately rating of 350. I think the first time I saw Bean was 350, and then he was already on 600 in just a couple of weeks. So yeah, Bean is improving. We have the move knight on b6 played. What is that? What is the point of this? He wants to take, but I take. I don't get it. This is strange. Okay, let's go queen on d8. This is a really strange play. I take, and what now? Knight on c4, but why is it such a great play for white? I don't think it's a great play. I think now black is back. Black is absolutely back. Not to say that maybe even black is doing better. So, we can take. We're doing well there, but why to take? We have this pawn is hanging. This is not so clear. Not so clear. What should we play next? I think we should be playing... Okay, to take feels normal. It's not a must play, but it's a good play, I think, usually. Okay, let's take. He takes with a knight. This is also surprising. I thought he wants to take with a pawn, but... Alright, if he takes with a knight, no problem. So let's go with the move queen on d7. We are attacking the pawn simultaneously. We would like to play the move rook f4. I think we are slowly overtaking the game, and it has been a difficult game here, by the way. Our guy played a very good game, but now somehow he puts on the brake. So maybe we will be able to overtake the game. How can we play this position for a win? Can we? I think we should take, because otherwise we will be just doing slightly worse. So let's take. Let's play the move rook f6. This is looking solid. Can we somehow get to the e4 pawn? In case we can, we will be doing slightly better, but it's not so easy to get to the pawn. So let's see. This is looking normal because I have the move rook on g6 somewhere. The pawn is pretty weak, but on the other hand, it's very difficult to get to the pawn. So I think we are doing approximately equal, but it is a big fight. So the pawn there, he wants to go here. I'm gonna play rook on g6. Interesting. Can I play this move here? Not sure. Let's go. Is it a good play or a bad play? The pawn on e4 might be falling. This is my hope that it's not so easy to defend the pawn here. Let's see if he can. If not, we will be winning the pawn on e4, and this is a nasty position for white, because to defend this position is, yeah, maybe possible, but very unpleasant. He gives us the pawn. Wow. Okay, let's take the pawn. This is a very unpleasant position now for white, so let's go. Is it not already a checkmate somewhere? Let's go. How to defend from a checkmate? This is also a win, but I think bishop here is more easy win because we have the two passed pawns, so it should be enough to win the game in most of the cases. So let's go here. Let's advance. He gives me the e4 with the tempo, so of course I proceed. He gives me a d3. And how to win the game, so we should go like this. And like this. Still not a win. Oh, I blundered the pawn. What a terrible blunder. Come on, why I blundered the pawn like that? This was really bad blunder. He has so little time left. He had too little time left to make a draw in this position, but of course we've been completely winning, and then it's very strange, this rook and game. I thought it should be easily winning, but I blundered. But it should be winning with the two pawns. Should be just winning, but fighting game, and again, good guy. He played good chess against us. The next game against Bean. Let's go, Bean. Let's go, our VChess family. Bean is definitely one of them because Bean is always here. Bean is one of the first to be saying hello to us. So warm support for Bean, please, in the chat. Let's go with the move d6 against Bean. We will be playing the Sicilian. Bean was currently 533, but when I played the first game against Bean, Bean had just 350, I think. So huge improvement, almost doubling up by Bean, which is excellent. Once again, Bean is going for this sacrifice. I think last time he also did it, if I remember correctly. Is Bean once again going for this insane knight sacrifice? What kind of aggression is it by Bean? How to be so aggressive? And of course, welcome everyone to our channel VChess. In case you're enjoying my comments, push the like button and consider subscribing. We have excellent stuff here as well for the members. I'm uploading more and more videos in the members only section. I especially put it to very, very friendly price. I think more friendly is only for free. So you can enjoy the members only section with already a couple of videos, and there are gonna be more and more coming. We have d3, all right, and bishop on e7. Oh, I see Rio in the chat. Rio, you've been a member. No, what happened? What happened to you, Rio? I don't see you green. You always been green. At the moment, Bean has gave us the pawn on e4. I don't know why he did it, and Bean is playing too quickly. Too quickly played by Bean. Now we have the option of playing the move d5. And after d5, it's not easy for White because the bishop on c4 is almost trapped. So where do you go with the bishop? Bishop here, only square. We will be continue trying to catch the bishop by playing the move a6. So Bean made two mistakes. First is knight on g5 in the opening, a little bit too aggressive and a little bit too fast. Take your time. I can only repeat myself again and again. Take your time in the beginning of the game. Once you have a bad position, there might be no comeback from that. So you have to take your time. You have to set up the position that you like the best. You have to have a concept, and then you can play a little bit quicker, because in case every time you're just playing according to your instincts, it's very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. So it's better to make a plan, take your time, slowly, and then you play faster. Once you have the strategy, once you know what actually you want to achieve. Okay, let's see what Bean is going to play now, because of course it's a difficult position for White, but still, in case you have a difficult position, you must keep on fighting. You have to keep on fighting. There is no resignation. In case you're doing worse, try to find to make the life for your opponent as difficult as possible. Let's see if Bean is gonna try to make my life difficult. Bean is sacrificing the knight on d5, but Bean is so aggressive. Also, the previous game, maybe some of you remember, I think Alexander remembers because he was commenting. Bean is usually so crazy aggressive. This is incredible. All right. So we take on d5. Bean has to find a way to fight in this position. So bishop is under attack. Not easy. Now the game got a little bit more calm. Now I can also listen a little bit myself to the nice background music that we have here on our channel. Actually, chess can be very relaxing, I think. Just to watch a game, to listen a little bit to the background music, to have some comments, almost like a cinema. Bishop takes on d5. Bean is sacrificing his bishop. Of course, I will be taking the bishop on d5 because why not? We have to take the pieces in case we can. Let's see what Bean is going to play next. The position of Bean is, of course, not very good here because we have the 2 pieces for just a pawn. Knight on e5. Okay, because we have the extra, so of course we will be changing as many pieces as we can. Once we have the extra material, obviously we are changing the pieces. Of course, yeah, Bean is so aggressive. I think in half a year when Bean will be on a different level, because I think Bean is improving, Bean is gonna crush a lot of guys with a mating attack, so yeah. Alright, we have queen on e2. And what should we do? Should we take the bishop? This would be normal, or to develop the bishop from c8, which is also normal, so I think maybe let's advance here with the bishop to f5. Let's see what is gonna happen next, what Bean is planning. Bean has to do something. 2 pieces down here, pure aggression. But Bean is playing every move so aggressive. This is incredible. Bean in 6 months is gonna be one of the most aggressive players on chess.com because Bean is just playing straight forward. This is incredible. Bean is so aggressive, and I think it's a good play for the level that Bean at the moment is. Just 533, but Bean is a big fighter, playing very aggressive, which is I think the right way to play in case you want to get better. So you have to be aggressive. Now queen on d2, of course, is a mistake. Bean should have taken the knight, because we can take the bishop now on e5, and yes, this is getting very difficult for Bean. So yeah, the bishop is gonna take a beautiful position on d4. Let's go. Until Bean is thinking, a little bit of promotion of my seminar on Zoom. You can check it out. Here is the link that you see on the channel. It is pinned the message. In case you are a little bit more serious about getting better to the next level, I will be having the online seminar on Zoom for weeks. We're gonna have 4 sessions, each 90 minutes. So you can check it out if it is interesting for you. Okay. Queen on f4 by Bean attacking my bishop on f5. Bean is always attacking something, so this is incredible. I will be playing the move queen f6, so I'm defending my pieces here because Bean is so aggressive. Bishop takes d3, one of the most aggressive chess players, I think, we have here on the channel, because Bean is only playing forward. Literally every move is forward, also g4, just forward. What a playing style. So for those of you who would like to enjoy the benefits of our VChess membership, okay, become at least a member. Don't always ask for a game. It makes no sense. In case you would like that we support you, you should at least try to support us a little bit. That's why I think to become a member of the channel is not too much to be asked. You have good stuff here. In any case, what is happening now on the chessboard is that Bean is fighting till the very end, but we have the 3 light pieces extra. Bean is such an aggressive player. I think on his level, he's for sure scoring very well with this kind of playing style. But, of course, not easy, not easy. Bean is just in the beginning of his chess journey. Still, we should give very, very warm words for Bean in the chat. Bean is a fighter and he is gonna grow. Once again, I can only repeat that first game when I played Bean, he was just 350, now already 533, and I think Bean already on 600 at some point. So there is a clearly big progress. Now, knight on e2, this is a check. We will be taking the rook from Bean. The rook here on f1 is under attack, so yeah, this is almost a game over for Bean, but anyway, good fight, good fight. What can I say? Queen on d6 and rook on d8. We're attacking the queen on d6. Now we are playing like Bean. We also try to be aggressive, but we're gonna give the checkmate now by taking the rook on f1. That's it from the current game, but not a bad game by Bean. Of course, it looks like it is easy, but well, Bean is just in the beginning of his journey, so please, many warm words for Bean in the chat. He's one of the most active VChess members, and yeah, Bean, most welcome, Bean, most welcome. And once again, the same mistake. Bean, play a little bit more cautious in the beginning. You're playing too quick. Take your time in the beginning, please. Bean, if you want to improve, don't make twice the same mistake. So yeah, all right. How many likes do we have in today's stream? Oh, very, very modest. 116 likes. So many people watching. I think we have too much of a cinema atmosphere. How can I change it? So you guys become a little bit more active. Difficult to change. Alright, okay, in any case, I hope you enjoyed my today's stream. I think we played some cool games, we had a lot of interesting ideas, as well, some interesting games. So yeah, this was nice. And I will be back tomorrow with the usual streaming time, 12 PM Dubai time. I hope to see you tomorrow at our channel VChess. As we say, one smart move at a time. This is all we need in a chess game and sometimes in life. I wish you still a great evening, great morning, great day, wherever you are. Thank you very much for being here with us. Push the like button, subscribe. See you next time. Thank you and bye.